Sometimes to really understand a massive global conflict, you have to zoom all the way in, and that's what we're doing today. We're diving into a single chapter from Echoes of the Great Crusade to see how World War II was felt not on some distant battlefield, but in the heart of a 12-year-old boy in a small American town. This line, wow, it just drops us right into the mind of our main character, Leo. He's trying to lose himself in an adventure story, but he can't. The real-world anxiety for his father is just too much, and it's blurring the lines between the fiction he's reading and a reality that is absolutely terrifying.
And here's our setting. It's not a trench in Europe or a beach in the Pacific. It's a classroom in Billerica, Massachusetts. For Leo, the war isn't about explosions and headlines. It's this deep, personal ache. It's a constant, quiet hum of dread in the back of his mind, a fear for his father, who's out there somewhere on that distant map.
So, in our first section, we're really going to explore Leo's internal world. And this isn't just about him missing his dad. It's about how his own imagination, his own mind, has become a private theater, a battleground, really, for all the anxieties of the war. This slide just lays it all out so perfectly. The two worlds Leo is trapped between. On one side, you've got the thrilling, fictional war of his book character, Biggles. It's an escape, it's daring, but it's safe because it's fiction. And then on the other side, there's his father's war. And that's all about worry, real danger, and a reality he can't escape from. And this is what he holds on to, a St. Michael medal. But it's so much more than just a piece of silver. It's a legacy. It belonged to his grandfather in the Great War, and now it's this tangible thing connecting Leo to his father in this war. It's a physical object that literally carries the weight of 2 generations of service, of sacrifice, and of fear. Okay, let's see how this builds. Because Leo's private fear, this thing he's been carrying all alone, is about to become a shared burden. The war's reality is about to touch his friends' lives in a very, very direct way. And this is the moment. This is when it gets real for everyone. Leo's best friend Wayne tells him the news. His older brother, Harris, a guy who just graduated a couple years ago, has enlisted. He's going to be a pilot. And just like that, the war isn't just Leo's father's story anymore. It's right here on their street.
And the fallout is immediate. You see the ripple effect right here. Harris makes a choice, and those ripples spread instantly. His mother cries for an hour straight. His sister hides away. One personal decision immediately becomes a family's, and you can bet a whole community's, shared anxiety.
This quote from Wayne, man, it just perfectly captures the tension in that house. His mother sees the war as this awful tragedy, something happening to them. But Harris, he sees it as a duty, a collective responsibility. He's saying, no, this is all of our war. That's the voice of a generation stepping up.
In the middle of all this scary news, the boys find this little sliver of hope. They cook up this incredible fantasy. What if Harris, the brand new pilot, ends up serving with Leo's dad, the radar specialist? It is absolutely a kid's fantasy, of course, but you get it, right? It's their way of trying to make this impossibly huge war feel small and somehow manageable.
Now, to really understand what's at stake, we need to zoom out for a second and look at the world these boys actually live in. The Hill isn't just a place on a map. It's a sanctuary. It's this perfect slice of American childhood that is now, suddenly, on the brink of changing forever.
I mean, just picture their neighborhood. The kids shouting hi-yo to each other from their porches, a call they borrowed from the Lone Ranger. The streets are their arenas for hockey and dodgeball. The woods behind their houses are a kingdom for their games of make-believe war. You can hear the mother's dinner bells calling everyone home. It's a world built on routine, on community, and on this unspoken promise of safety. A world where every kid really belongs to every parent. This is the innocence that the war is about to shatter.
And in our final section, we see exactly how that happens. This is about the subtle, quiet ways that this massive, global conflict starts to seep into the cracks of their everyday lives. It all starts with something as simple as a Boy Scout task. Leo and Wayne are out tacking up posters for a scrap metal drive. But these aren't just any posters. They're from the Office of War Information. What used to be just a troop activity is now directly plugged into the national war effort. Their chores have literally become a part of the machinery of war. So just picture this scene for a second. Chalk dust on the pavement, the rhythmic scrape, and then the tap of a stone being tossed. A simple, timeless game of hopscotch. An image of childhood as pure and unguarded as it gets. And right into that perfect, innocent moment, the war arrives. But not with a bang. It arrives in a whisper.
one of the younger girls playing with them, Chrissy. She just asks this question. It's so direct, so heartbreakingly simple, and it completely pierces the bubble of their game. It's proof that the anxieties of the adult world have trickled all the way down to the sidewalk.
And this theme just keeps getting deeper. Leo thinks of his younger brother Timmy, back at home playing with his toy soldiers. But his games, they're not just random make-believe anymore. The little battles he stages on the living room rug are directly shaped by the war reports they all listen to on the radio every single night. The war is actively reshaping how they play.
And we're left with this sound, the rumble of the freight trains from the nearby rail yard. That sound used to be comforting, you know, a familiar part of their town's rhythm. But now, with Leo's father gone and Wayne's brother about to leave, that sound is completely transformed. Now it's a constant, heavy reminder of the relentless machine of war, a world in motion, pulling the people they love farther and farther away.
So it really just leaves us with this one big question. It's not just about what happens on the front lines. It's about what happens on the home front, in the minds of children playing with toy soldiers, and on the sidewalks where they play hopscotch. When the entire world is at war, what does it even mean to be a child?